Hey guys, welcome to this video. Today I'll be giving you a tarot reading on the Pisces season. And again, it's going to be a pick a card reading, so you're going to follow your intuition to receive the message that you need to hear. And I'm thinking of making tarot card readings a regular thing on this channel. So I think from here on we're going to read every single sign as we move into that month. And yeah, we're going to start with Pisces today. If you're all ready for today's reading, let's get right into it. Just relax into your body, sink into your seat, and feel into your intuition, your gut feeling, your creative impulse. Let's take some deep breaths. Breathe in and out. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. Now observe the three groups in front of you. We have the clear quartz group, amethyst group, and rose quartz group. Observe these three piles and see which one stands out to you, because that's the one that you're going to want to go with. Your subconscious, your higher self, your intuition is convening for you to receive that message. And so if you find your eyes diverting back to the same pile, then you know that's the one. Don't think too hard. Go with your feeling. Really good. Now that you have the right group for you, go down into the description below and click on the right timestamp for you to receive your reading. And I'll see you over there. The first group is the clear quartz group. Let's get into your reading. From the Work Your Light deck, you have the Ever Unfolding Rose, which is so beautiful. At the bottom it says, cracked open, it's happening for you, not to you, which I think is always a beautiful reminder. And this makes a lot of sense for Pisces season, just because Pisces is known for being sentimental and emotional. It's the element of water, which is all about your emotions. So all of us, in some level, are feeling this, and you especially. This is the feeling of being cracked open, maybe from your heart center even. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, in my previous reading that I did for the clear quartz group, the message was sort of similar. So it's this feeling of being cracked open, of perhaps releasing a lot, but releasing because this is part of your mission, part of your soul's purpose. You have to let go in order to invite in. So remember that if you're going through a lot right now, it's happening for you. It's not happening to you. And speaking of soul's mission or soul's purpose, you have Pleiades, and it says double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. That's beautiful. So again, this is part of your mission. For you to be going through all of this right now, there's nothing wrong with that. This is supposed to happen for you to open yourself up or lighten yourself to be able to live out your mission. And it's not just for you, but it's for the rest of your community, the people around you, and humanity as a whole, the collective. So remember that as you're purging and experiencing a lot of emotions. This is all happening for a reason. And on some level you probably feel this as well. Just as I was editing this, something clicked for me with this reading. Today I had a client who has been going through these symptoms of feeling this energy power flowing through her, but almost wanting to resist it because it didn't feel like hers. It felt very large. It felt like the collective energy. And I myself have been feeling this the past couple of days of wanting to almost deflect this collective energy, but not being able to, so having to let it in anyways, and learning to be a larger vessel for it so that I could channel the energy instead. And when I was editing this little bit and saw the card of double mission, it made so much sense, and it just clicked, because that's what she realized in our hypnosis session today, and what I've been coming to realize as I've been moving through like letting in the pain that I have been feeling from my clients, and as well as just the collective whole, that we should recognize that, well, this is just energy at the end of the day, and even though it may not be yours, you have the strength and power to let it flow through you. We all do, and so be open to that. Know that you are resilient enough to hold space, because we're, as an entire collective, this humanity is ascending. We are evolving, and so much is happening right now, and many of us are being called to uplift humanity by holding space this way. I'm just saying this as it comes to me. So I would encourage you to practice Tonglen. This is a Buddhist meditation practice of just being a vessel to the energy that flows through, even if it's painful, because you're large enough to do this. You are capable of it, and the rest of humanity depends on it. So if you've been feeling some, heart pains, chest pain, feeling overwhelmed, like you're being pushed in this direction that you're afraid of, this may be why. This may be why you clicked on the clear quartz reading. I think I can end it there. I don't want to go on for too long, but I hope that gave you some clarity. I hope that was maybe what you needed to hear. Anyways, let's carry on. First things first, we have some good news. A new opportunity is coming for you. This may be financial, material, also a new relationship, whether that be the next step to your current relationship, romantic or family, or maybe that you're inviting in a new relationship that you've never been in. This is a step into a new experience. If you look at the bottom of the card, see a little portal. You're stepping into this portal. And when you do, you're going to be offered a new opportunity. Pentacles represent the earth element, so this is rooted in the 3D, a solid relationship, a solid job, solid business venture, a solid, stable home, or house, or any of that sort. You may be moving to a new location. This is really exciting, and in order for this to happen, you need to surrender. And I know this card looks pretty gruesome, but it's actually my favorite card in the entire Minor Arcana, and I'll explain why. This is the card of letting go, of giving in, of letting go of the mind. This is the completion of the swords suit, and swords represent the air element and our mental landscape. And what is happening is you've gone so overwhelmed with the mind that you've just chosen to give up. You had 9 swords, which is where you were up at 4 a.m. being overwhelmed and going crazy over your thoughts. And now you have 10 swords, which is just one too many. And so you've decided to just give up and let them go, or give in to yourself. And when you do this, when you surrender finally, then a new dawn comes in. You invite in a new dawn, which you can see behind the swords over here. So even though it's dark and, gruesome, but a new morning is coming in. As an advice, I'd like you to really feel into this card, that feeling of surrendering, letting go of your ego because you know it can't do anything for you anymore. Your ego has tried time and time again and it's failed, and now you just have to surrender to the larger plan, and that's when things will come into alignment for you and you will have the opportunity that you've been looking for. If you chose clear quartz in my previous reading, I think you got this as well. This is a reverse Seven of Swords, which I love as opposed to the upright version. So this is knowing that there's no easy way out. There's no shortcut to what it is that you want to do. And there's a sense of maturity with this card, a sense of groundedness, which is hard to find in the Suite of Swords in the air element. So I like that. There is no shortcut, that's true. And what this card is referring to is the Five of Cups, which is all about negative emotions, focusing on the negative and refusing to see the positive. So what I'm getting here is that you're realizing there is no shortcut to really letting go of negativity or, feeling positive all the time. This is a very dual, resistant mindset. It's immature, I would say, spiritually immature, to think that you can run away from your problems, avoid negativity, and never experience it ever again. It's not possible. Being human, you have to accept that there will be negativity as well as positivity. And being human, you have to be able to go back and forth. And that's when you truly master spirituality. So I see here that you're open to that. You're recognizing that, or you're starting to. So that's really good. Lastly, you have an awakening. It's so beautiful. This signifies a spiritual awakening where you're finally waking up, answering the call, noticing things that you've missed before, and wondering to yourself, how the hell didn't I see that before? And with this card, you have the Devil, so you're waking up from negative, unconscious patterns and tendencies. That's so amazing. Basically, you're releasing the chains over here. You're no longer chained to the devil. And you're waking up from your coffin and answering to the angel. Do you see the resemblance here of the cards? Where the devil once was, you have the angel. And where you were once chained, you are now free. And naked, which represents freedom and a renewed sense of innocence. So this is really, really beautiful, especially when you have the two together. So I'm so happy for everything that I've read for you so far. Looks like you're on an amazing journey, and I'm just really excited for you. But anyways, that's the reading for you for this month. I hope you have an amazing month. Keep growing, keep learning, stay humble, and be open to receiving this new opportunity. How exciting is that? Anyways, let's move on to the next reading. If you chose the Amethyst Group, this reading is for you. First, the oracle message that you got were share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution and expression. That's right. So this card is inviting you to speak up and express yourself. This month for you signifies a rite of passage of some sort where you're coming out of the cave. You are coming out and showing your true colors, expressing yourself using your voice. And that's sometimes challenging. That can be a little bit difficult when we're not used to it. But this month's energy will really help you do that. You will feel propelled or pushed even a little bit to want to express or need to express, to come out of the cave. And with that you have mirror who or what is triggering you. So this can be taken in two ways, at least in my opinion. You can see this as perhaps someone's triggering you negatively to purge, which will then propel you forward because of the purging. Or they may even trigger you positively to make you want to speak up, to make you inspire you or motivate you to want to do something. So pay attention to that. Maybe this reading is is a trigger, right? A little gentle nudge. Pay attention to these nudges as they come to you this week. Now let's get into your tarot reading. The first card that came up for you was the star, and the star is all about healing. Is the sense of being connected and in good faith. You feel like you can truly trust the universe and follow its nudges again. Its gentle nudges, follow the synchronicity as they come into your life. This is that card. It is in no ways about rushing or forcing things to happen, but it's more so that you're so integrated and in flow, having healed to a certain point, that you can just listen to the messages that come to you through your spirit guides, your intuition, and the people and things around you. So again, listen to the messages that come up for you this month and notice your triggers. Then you have the Chariot, and this is fast moving energy. It's strong forward momentum. Like you can't even stop it if you wanted to. These two sphinxes that represent duality are pulling your chariot, and you're just in it for the ride. You know that you can't control it to a T. It's not going to be perfect. You're not going to go out there and do everything perfectly. But regardless of that, you're taking action because the universe wants you to. There's a lot of forward momentum, and that's victory. That's victorious. So this is really good. Just remember that it may feel a little bit chaotic at times because it's hard to totally master duality, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't enjoy the ride. So keep going, use this momentum, feel empowered, and share your expression. With that, you have another major arcana card. This is amazing. So far you've had 3 major arcanas, which means this month is big for you. It's a spiritual month and it's going to teach you a lot. And the Magician is here. to remind you that you are powerful at manifesting. You know how to manifest, and you should be manifesting right now. With the energy of the Chariot, coupled with this, is incredibly powerful. You have all of these elements. You see, he has the cup, the sword, the wand, as well as the pentacle on his table. And he's capable of using all the elements to alchemize his manifestations into reality. So remember that and use your power. Make sure to visualize often, journal, do manifestation work. That's going to take you to where you want to go. These are such amazing cards. You're going to have a great month. Amazing. Okay, so now you have the Two of Cups. If you're looking for love, this is such a good omen. It means you're going to find that person that resonates with you totally. That is a perfect reflection of your loving emotions. If you already have that person, then you're going to find that this month is going to be a very sentimental and positively emotional month in that department. There's going to be a lot of love, which makes sense, right? Because Pisces season is always emotional and sentimental. So pay attention to your love life, because there are going to be really great things in that department for you. And if you're not interested in love at all, then know that this is a connection to your higher self. So, sometimes we desire to have our truest emotions and desires reflected in another person, external of ourselves. But sometimes having our higher selves reflect that back to us is more than enough. So treat this as connection internally and externally, and foster your relationships, whether that be your relationship with yourself or with others. Speaking of that, you're going to find this very easy. You're going to feel a sense of fulfillment, emotional satisfaction, and just deep appreciation and gratitude. If you observe this card, you'll see that there's a family. The mother and father are looking up at the cups, and they're just in complete awe of their sheer luck. They're totally grateful in this moment of what they have. Can't believe that they have 10 of these cups that represent emotions, beautiful emotions. And they have their 2 children playing over here, having an amazing time. This is the sort of feeling that you're going to be able to tap into this month. And that's incredible. If you do end up feeling this way, really bask in it. Really, really enjoy it. Anchor it down so that you can access it later down the year. That was your reading. I am just so happy for you. This is going to be an amazing month for you. It will be emotional, but sentimental in the best way possible. And very heart-centered too. But with that said, there's a lot of forward momentum, so that's also exciting to see. What else? Yeah, follow the nudges, follow your triggers, and speak out, share your voice, be empowered. And that's that. I hope you enjoyed your reading. And now I'm going to go over to group 3. If you chose rose quartz, this reading is for you. First, I will give you your oracle messages, and then we'll go into the tarot reading. Wow, coincidence? I think not. We have Sisterhood of the Rose. How amazing is that? And it says beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. What I always get from this card is a sense of slowing down and dropping down into the heart center. There's a sense of softness to this and femininity. It invites you to tap into your heart center because that truly is where, that's where true center is. That's where devotion can be found. And that's where you can find that connection to source and higher messages. And so what I get for you is that you're being asked to drop down into the heart, but mainly so that you can slow down. Slow down for what? I'm not quite sure yet, but it's inviting you to slow down. And along with that, you have no, wait, postpone, pause, say no. So again, you're being asked to wait, postpone. I don't think it's not a harsh no. I don't think this is a never sort of situation. But for now, you're being asked to just postpone for a little bit, slow down, because there's need for you to figure something out before you move forward. So you don't want to be impulsive about it. Let's figure out what that is for you. But those are your oracle messages. And now we have your tarot cards. So first you have the Knight of Wands. This makes a lot of sense. So currently you're in this sort of energy of feeling sort of impulsive. And with this card there's always a warning of maybe impulsivity isn't the best way to go. If you burn too hot, you're going to burn yourself out. So slow down again and rethink this impulsive desire to take action. Where is it coming from? Is it all that conducive to what you want in the long run? This makes a lot of sense because Pisces season, again, I've said this a couple times already, but Pisces season is emotional, it's sentimental, and when we're in our feelings and we get caught up there, we can take action that, isn't well thought out. That doesn't mean you should be stuck in your head and avoid your emotions altogether, but rather be with those emotions, get to the bottom of them, why they exist, why they're there, right? And move through them first before you take action. If you take action with those emotions, they may not lead to the best outcomes. So you're being invited to just be in this space for a little bit, at least for this month. The Three of Wands is this feeling of expansion, wanting to expand and waiting for your ships to come in, like this man. He's looking out into the ocean and he's waiting for his ships to come in. And he knows that once they do come in, he's going to hop on and travel to new locations. So maybe you want to travel. I feel like we all want to travel right now. Maybe this is for me. Yeah. So maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want to do something. But you don't need to rush it. You can, feel into this energy and just wait for the ships to come in. And that's okay. This sense of expansion is more than enough to manifest what it is that you want. So feel into this. And pieces are starting to fit together. You have the Eight of Cups here, which now the no, the wait, postpone message is starting to make more sense. You need to let go of something emotionally before you can move forward to that thing, before you can take that action into expansion. You need to let go of something emotionally. You can't take all of these emotions with you, the Eight Cups. They don't serve you anymore. And so you gotta realize that, and like this pilgrim, walk away from your cups. And this is never comfortable. This is always difficult. It is a very, it is an emotionally intelligent thing to do, which very few of us find it easy to do. To let go of all of these cups that you were once comfortable with and used to takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of gut. But I want you to be this pilgrim and go search for your Nine of Cups. You know that there is more to life than just this, and you have to let it go so that you're not being weighed down. And that's the only way to go past, these hills and the mountains to find your Nine of Cups. It's not comfortable, but I assure you, if you can wait, postpone before taking action, and let go of what doesn't serve you, then you'll get your Nine of Cups. How crazy is that? So earlier you had the Eight of Cups that you had to let go of in order to arrive at Nine of Cups, which represents emotional satisfaction, a wish being fulfilled. So this is something that you've wanted, desired, dreamed about, visualized on forever and ever, and you're going to have it. This is a total sense of satisfaction, of just gloating like this man and being totally satisfied with what you have, with what you now have. This is where you can end up if you take the time to feel into it before taking action, if you let go of what's weighing you down. To add on to the Nine of Cups, you also have the Ace of Cups. There are a lot of emotions, a lot of cups in your reading, which is quite interesting and also makes total sense. Again, it's Pisces season, so it's bound to be emotional for most of you. The Ace of Cups is a portal, an emotional portal, sometimes even a spiritual awakening, opening yourself up to feeling spiritual love, new love, true love, positive emotions that you've never felt before. It's an awakening of some sort that's going to bring you just an incredible emotional experience. So that's amazing. If you are looking for love, someone might come in to present that to you this month. And this may be you as well. Maybe you're wanting to give a love offer to a certain somebody. If that's the case, then by the end of this month, this Pisces season, you'll find yourself grounded enough to do this properly. If it's not you wanting to offer love, then it may be somebody coming into your life to offer you this sort of love. He is basically Prince Charming with his cup full of emotions, and he's just he's probably already in your life. And I get that sense because you see the waterfall way off in the back and this little river. He's just waiting for the right moment to cross this river and offer you this cup. And I say he, but that's just because of the knight, but this really could be any gender, non-binary. This person is ready to offer their love, and they're just waiting for the right moment, and that's amazing. And if you're not looking for love, this could be, a business offer on a house, literally any other kind of offer where somebody steps in to give you a new sort of experience. I don't often say that just because cups represent emotions, so they're usually more intimate, but because it's Pisces season, I feel like anything you experience in this month, anything that you get offered or offer onto somebody else, will be quite emotional anyways, if that makes sense. So be on the lookout for this offer. Wait for your shifts to come in, and then take action once you've worked through the emotions. Don't be too impulsive. Take your time. No, that's okay. It's not going to slip past you. You have plenty of time. What is meant for you will not miss you. So feel it out and take inspired action, not impulsive action. Okay? I hope this reading was helpful for you. If it resonated, you can always feel free to comment down below. It's always so lovely to read your comments, so thank you for that. But yeah, that was your reading, and now I've done all 3 groups, and I just want to say it's always so much fun to do these readings. And it surprises me every time because some of these messages just come and I never expect them. But anyways, I hope you have an amazing month, amazing Pisces season. I hope all of your dreams and wishes come true. I hope that you find love and, lots and lots of abundance. And I'll see you in the next video.